So, good morning, or afternoon, or evening when you're listening to this podcast. I want to share something because last week I was feeling a bit restless, out of balance, and I really had to take a look at my tasks for my work, for the community, because sometimes it feels like I am pushing myself too much. And 2 weeks ago, our TBI coach, who is giving the classes in the community, she asked me, "Is it okay if I will coach you live during one of the live sessions, which will be every month?" And I told her, okay, I was a bit nervous, but she asked me, okay, what is your biggest struggle at this moment? And my biggest struggle is that I can't find a balance between doing things and resting. And sometimes it feels like I am pushing myself, or I feel in the evening, okay, I did too much. I don't know what to do. Next day, I will try to do it better. And I'm start making a list in the evening for the next day. So the next day would hopefully a bit better. So it feels like I don't have the control over all these tasks, and it's too much in my head to order. And I'm writing all my tasks down, and I still feel overwhelmed by seeing all my tasks for the next day. And what if I'm not feeling good the next day and I have to do all those tasks? So I realized I just made too much task for myself on a day. So she asked me, okay, and in the evening, how do you feel when you're doing too much? And I said, well, I feel a bit sad. I feel disappointed because I wasn't able to do all those tasks, or I did all those tasks, but I'm feeling so overwhelmed and tired. And she told me, okay, and what if you say to yourself, I will forgive myself for pushing myself too hard? That feels a bit more gentle or with compassion than I tell myself, oh, you did too much, that's not good. So you change this mindset from being so hard on yourself to be more compassionate and you just forgive yourself for doing these things. We are all human, and that's okay. So I ask her, okay, I can forgive myself, but what does it change for me? But it doesn't make any difference, right? Because I still have all those tasks. And she told me, okay, but if you love yourself a bit more and you tell yourself it's okay to not do all those tasks, would your planning for the next day would be any different, right? So what if you plan more breaks? If you are kind to yourself, you will plan those breaks. You will do do all those things, and only from a fuel of love instead of pushing and rushing. Because if you push yourself, if you have to do all those things and you did all those things, it's not feeling great. It's like, oh my god, I did all those tasks and that's it. But if you are so yeah, just in a lovely way, talking to yourself and tell yourself, okay, if I need a break, that's totally fine. I will take that break, because otherwise you're just pushing over your limits. And that's something I did a lot during the last few weeks. And I just I just didn't know how to get out of that circle of doing too much. And I realized it's all about mindset. So I can try to make new lists every day to keep this overview. But if I am not talking to myself in a lovely way, then you will keep doing those things. And I really loved how she explained it, and she's able to explain it even more better than I do right now. But yeah, I realized it's all about mindset, and if you are thinking about all the thoughts that are underneath this circle of pushing and everything. So where are these thoughts coming from? And why are you so hard on yourself? And why don't you plan any breaks? And if you are going and looking at all these layers of thoughts, then you will will recognize things, and you will do things differently, and you're able to change it instead of what I always did. Oh, 2 days I'm going well and taking breaks, and then on the third day I am back at where I was and I am pushing myself again. So I was stuck in the circle, and she really made me realize that I have a choice, that if I don't want to do a task or something, that I just need to be okay with it. And sometimes, of course, you have those tasks you really need to do. But then she told me, because that was one of my questions, then she told me, but if you really need to do something, for example, you have an appointment with an optometrist and you have to travel for 1 hour and you really want to go there, but you feel in the morning, you wake up and you think, I can't do this. Then she told me, okay, so what if you go to that appointment? Would you feel better because you went there? And what are the reasons for you to go? So the reasons for me were, okay, financially, because if I don't go to the appointment, I have to pay for the appointment because I didn't cancel within 24 hours. I don't want to lose that money. The second thing, it's supporting my health. If I don't go to that appointment, it feels like I'm on pause in my recovery. It's not feeling good. The third thing, it's causing me more stress to cancel the appointment, to change it, and I would feel not better by not going. So sometimes it's okay to do things that are not feeling very good at the moment, but on the long term, or the benefits you will get from going, it's, yeah, they are more important than when you cancel. And I think that's so important by all the things you do. If you feel any resistance, just ask yourself, why, what are the benefits if I go, and what if I don't go? And for me, it's so much easier to cancel a social appointment than an appointment with a doctor, because I just want to put my health first. And if I cancel my appointment with my doctor, it feels like I just, yeah, not putting my health first, right? So if I cancel an appointment with for a dinner, for example, it feels okay, I'm choosing myself, I say no to others, that's okay. So just think about your, just try to focus on, what do you need, and is it supporting my health, or is it doing more harm? So I think that's a really important thing. And I just loved that she asked those questions, because when before I went to this live session, and I knew a lot of people signed up. I think around 20 people signed up for this session, so I was a bit nervous, and I thought, what if I don't have this answer, because I'm running the community, I need to know everything. And I thought, okay, I need to get the right answers, and I was all in my head. But then I realized I am not perfect as well. Julie, our TBI coach, she is the coach, so she knows what to do, and I will trust her because she is amazing. She knows so much, and she went to this life coach school, and she is aware of all these thoughts and patterns and things, and I am not. So I trusted her, and she was so calm and sweet, and yeah, just it was so helpful. And I really loved to see all the reactions after the class was done. And people even sent me a message on the platform that they were so grateful and so happy, and that it really helped them. So I was really feeling good after this session. And before this session, we always had this Q&A live session, but right now we will focus on a topic, because I think a topic and coaching someone on this topic, and people who are watching, they are learning as well, because Julie was coaching me, but people who are watching, they learned even more, because they observed everything and they recognized everything. And I think it's so helpful to learn from others. So yeah, so that was about finding that balance between doing things and rest, and my biggest struggle. So I'm working on it, and I think we all have this struggle, right, to find the rest you need, to find a balance with doing things, and not even work, but also just a daily task like doing groceries, cleaning, yeah, just the daily things. So sometimes this can be too much, and I just want you to know that it's okay to cancel things or to not do things. So if you want to lay down in bed for a day, that's okay. You are you, it's your life. You don't need to do anything. The only thing you need to do is listen to what you need. And I'm telling you this right now, and I know I'm not perfect. I'm not always doing this myself, but it was just a big reminder for me that I need to, yeah, to focus on it as well. And it's made me realize it's so important. And I thought, okay, I just want to record a podcast about it because I know many people are struggling with it, and it's just not easy. And every day seems like your limit is different. So, yeah, I just want you to know that you're not alone, and that it really helps to focus on your thoughts and the thoughts underneath, and not only on your daily task list. What I did, because I thought if I make a better list, if I am able to optimize my list for the next day or even the day after, then it would be perfect, and then I would get the rest I need. But I realized it's all about how you talk to yourself and what you tell yourself. If you are too hard on yourself, you won't take all those breaks because, yeah, you think you don't deserve it, or you're just pushing because you think you need to push yourself. But if you are talking to yourself in a more lovely way, then you are making a schedule for yourself without too many tasks on it, so you are able to take all the rest breaks you need. So I really hope this helps you a bit, and I want to focus in the next for next couple of months to make more podcasts, because I love this, and for me it's easier to talk than to write. And well, writing on a screen is what I mean, because I love writing in my diary, but on the screen normally I was writing a lot of blogs, content. But I think making podcast is a bit easier because I can just talk, not watching a screen, and I think it will be helpful as well. So for the next few months, I think there will be more podcasts, but also tell myself not to make any new rules for myself. Like I need to podcast more, but just when I feel okay, I want to podcast, I want to record one, then I will do. And if I'm not feeling it, I won't. And I just, yeah, set some new boundaries for myself instead of all the rules I made for myself. For example, I told myself I need to record one podcast a week. I need to write one blog every 2 weeks. I need to post 3 times a week on social media. I made all those rules for myself, and it was just a bit too much. That's what I realized. And my only focus points that I really, really want to focus on is the people inside the community. That's my priority one. And all the tasks around it, of course, I will still post on social media. I will still make podcasts, but all the other tasks need to be, I will do them when I feel good about it, and not when I think I need to push, I need to do this, because I don't need to do it. I just want to do it when I feel okay. And I believe the energy behind it will be even better. And yeah, just not pushing myself that much anymore. I worked so hard to create this community, and it was all new for me. I made so many rules, there was I took too much on my plate, because there is a lot that comes with running a community. And it's not only, oh, I will post something on social media and then the people will join. It's just a lot, because I am doing many things at the same time, and I realize it's okay to let go of something. So for example, I I was doing podcasting. I was writing blogs. I was creating social media posts. I was creating posts for Pinterest. I wanted to focus more on video for YouTube. So many things, and also doing some email marketing. And then I thought, oh, I can maybe work with some Facebook ads, because someone told me, oh, that's working fine to reach more people. And I felt so overwhelmed, and I thought, no, I focus on the things that I really love, because I believe when you focus on the things you really like, then it will work even better, and people will feel it, that you do it from love instead of an energy that you, yeah, like this pushing energy. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you understand, and I hope you learned a bit from it. And And of course, you're always welcome in the community, but you know that. And we have this live session every month with Julie, and I think it's so powerful. So if you want to attend a live class, or if you just think, okay, I'm going to try to get in the community, so you're always welcome. And no, if it's not for you, you're able to cancel anytime. So if you go for the monthly option, you can cancel every month. If you go for the 3-month option, you can cancel every 3 months. So you don't need to worry about that I drag you into something and you aren't able to go out of it. So I hope it will help you. And for now, wishing you a good day. And I hope to see you in the next podcast. Thank you for listening to my podcast. I really hope this was helpful for you. If it was, I would love it if you share it on Instagram, in a story or in a post, and tag the Concussion Community in it. I just love to see who's listening. And one last thing, are you listening on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts? Would you maybe do one small thing in return? Leave a short review? The more reviews this podcast will get, the easier it is for other people to find this podcast and to feel less alone and lost in their journey. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.